Let me set a couple things here. Let me put this bad boy over here. All right. Cool. Here we go. Today, guys, we're in a new spot. Changing things up a little bit. And actually, I love this spot here. Looks pretty cool. What do you think? How you love my new spot? It's gonna be actually a spot maybe for some videos, for podcasts. So let me know. I see more people joining, guys. Welcome everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to our Mentorship Monday call. And I hope, guys, you're having the best day of your entire life. I'm setting a couple of things up right now. Looks like we good to go. All right. Set this. Live is going to be recorded, so if you missed any part, please go back, rewatch, because I promise you guys, I'm coming today with a banger for you, okay? All right, here we go. Looks like we're all good. All right, I prepared all my notes for today, because guys, promise, today I promise is going to be a banger. It's going to be follow-up on our previous Mentorship Live call from last week, right? It's the last day of June. July is coming. We're ready full into summer. And yeah, friends, so welcome to Mentorship Monday. Coach Liz here from Money Hero Body as always. And let's get started, guys. All right, I see more people joining. Again, guys, a couple things I'm asking you, right? A few things I want from you is, number one, please be present. I promise I'll make it short, sweet, straight to the point. It's going to be about 15-20 minutes, this call, and I want you to be present. Seriously, nowadays we're so distracted with all social media, with everything. You know, we just have attention span of the goldfish, right? 10 seconds, boom, I have to switch. So by focusing on one task for even just 15-20 minutes, I'm not saying it's going to be 3 hours masterclass. Of course, like I can even focus, like after 45 minutes, I'm started zoning out. So I promise it's going to be much faster than that, 15-20 minutes. But when you train your brain, to stay focused on specific task for about 15-20 minutes, then you'll be much better in everything else, you know, with studying, with your workouts, with anything, you know, every other area that requires a lot of focus, right? So please be present, be where your feet are, okay? Ideally, you wanna write things down, like I'm always have my journal with me. I'm putting all my thoughts here, and that's why I prepared a lot, everything here, wrote it down for today's masterclass. But yeah, friends, unless you're driving, of course, I don't want you to type, I don't want you to write things down, focus on the road. But if you're watching right now from you sitting down, grab a piece of paper and pen and seriously write things down. You're gonna be digesting way better when you write things down. I'm gonna give you 3-step blueprint, and I wanna make sure that you're gonna write it down, okay? Also, like I said, okay, here we go. You see people like just scrolling at 3 a.m., you know, doom scrolling. So like, what are you doing? Like, why not sleeping? Like, you have to be in bed already in order to wake up refreshed and ready to crush the day. But you are exactly this. I'm going to talk about why you are the worst enemy for yourself, right? Exactly. This is like, I love this comment here. Like, oh, I'm doom scrolling right now, you know, at 3 a.m. All right, cool. So you are your worst enemy, my friend, right now. What is this call about? This is Mentorship Monday call. And this is exactly, I'm going to teach you right now how to stop being your worst enemy. Like this dude right now, seriously, he's doom scrolling at 3 a.m. Like, what the heck? Why not sleeping like at 11 p.m. already sharp? So you're going to wake up at 6 a.m. and ready to conquer the world. No, you're just sitting there scrolling at 3 a.m. But maybe it's God meant to be right now. Maybe universe meant to be right now to put you on this call so you can learn something. So maybe stay here for next 10 minutes and I promise you're gonna learn something cool. All right. So guys, today we're gonna talk about how to stop being your worst enemy. Let's be honest, 99% of the people, their worst enemy, right? So no one forcing you to sit right now at 3 a.m., you know, and doom scroll. You know, no one forcing you to eat Twinkies, you know, to eat sugar and get fat. No one's forcing it. All of that here, all of this here And all of this, happens on our subconscious mind, okay? I'm gonna break it down right now, everything for you. So we are creating self-doubt, we are creating self-fear, we're not taking action, all of this, no one forcing us all of this. So you are, my friend, you're the worst enemy for yourself. And 99%, me too, like I'm not talking about you, so don't think I'm just going harsh on you. Trust me, we are as a human, we are as a human, 99% of human beings, we are the worst enemies for ourselves. We're not taking action, we always just dive deep, with the head above, self-doubt, fear, not taking action. All of this we are, and drop yes right now. Seriously, everyone who's watching, whether in replay or right now live, drop yes if you are dealing with negative thoughts on a daily basis. All right, let's start there. Drop yes if you are dealing with negative thoughts on a daily basis, my friends, because I am, seriously, I am. And yes, here we go. You see people saying yes, exactly. So drop yes if you're dealing with negative thoughts on a daily basis, because I am, and I'm pretty sure like everyone who's watching it, you also, right? Here we go. I'm suffering from depression and insomnia. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, I appreciate it, seriously. So you see, and are those negative thoughts stopping you from taking action, right? So number one, I see already proof, because I see a lot of yeses right now in the comments. So we all deal with negative thoughts on a daily basis, right? But also number two, are those negative thoughts stop you from taking action? Probably yes, right? I see, here we go. Yes is coming. Or, some people questioning themselves in their head. But yes, exactly. We always have negative thoughts on a daily basis. It's just inevitable, right? Number two, those negative thoughts stopping us from taking action. Whatever area it is, it's a health, wealth, relationship, whatever, coming your way, those negative thoughts stopping you from taking action. And let's be honest, there's no way possible to stop those negative thoughts. Like I wish we had that, can just flip the switch in our head and we can just stop those negative thoughts coming our way, right? So, but it's impossible. Like, I don't like to use word impossible, but it is true, negative thoughts, they always come in our heads, and I'm going to explain to you why it happens, but there's no way, it's literally impossible unless you're one person I know in 100 million that you can somehow deal with your brain. But most of people, 99.9% people, they cannot stop, those negative thoughts from coming, right? We have two parts, right? We have one way, so we have our conscious brain, right? So conscious mind. That's pretty much me realizing that my name is Vlad, this is the book behind me, this is the watch, this is the phone, this is the mic, this is about 7% only. This is 7% of our brain is conscious mind, and I'm just realizing things, right? Only we are human being, animals cannot do this. Only human being we are, can realize that we're on this planet, that's our conscious mind. But also another 93%, it's our subconscious mind, friends. Subconscious mind, that's exactly where all of this, negative thoughts is coming from. Because subconscious mind, it's something that you cannot control, but it's like, all your trauma, from childhood, from bullying, maybe someone said something to you, all your baggage, everything, all that shit comes, from that subconscious mind, and that's what gets in your head, and all those negative thoughts comes from that 93% of your subconscious mind. And unfortunately, you cannot do anything you cannot stop, you cannot block those negative thoughts coming your way. And I'm gonna get right now, guys, stick with me for the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna give you exactly 3-step blueprint how to deal right with this. Because you're like, Vlad, okay, great, you just told me, okay, we agreed, we have all negative thoughts. Okay, you see exactly depression here, insomnia, self-doubt, fear to take action, we're thinking we're not worth it, whether it's money, we're not worth it, whether it's wealth in our life, we're not worth it, health, in our life, maybe we believe that, all my family, in a bad shape, so I guess it's just genetics, a lot of people blame genetics on their health, and on their bad physique, being overweight. Over 70% of Americans is overweight, and only 7% of adults are metabolically healthy in the United States. That's crazy. Imagine 7% of adults in US only metabolically healthy, and 70+% of adults is overweight or obese. So we are the worst enemies. We are the worst enemies, right? So we have conscious and subconscious our mind, and like I said, subconscious mind dictates all of those negative thoughts coming your way, right? Here we go. So I'm glad a lot of people can agree on that. So, all right. Thank you, man. I'm here for 10 minutes. All right, I appreciate you. So, like I said, subconscious mind, that's where all of this coming from, all of these negative thoughts. Here we go. But you can manage them, right? You cannot stop them. You cannot block them. We already agreed it's impossible to stop those negative thoughts. They come in our way regardless, but we can manage them, right? We can manage and navigate them. And that's what I'm going to teach you in the next 10 minutes. I'm going to teach you the 3-step blueprint how to manage and navigate your negative thoughts. A lot of people just live in those negative thoughts and they don't know how to manage them and they don't know how to deal with them. And I promise that all of that stops you from being the best version of yourself. But if you know that you have those negative thoughts, but you know how to manage them and you know how to navigate them, that's how you can work on your mindset. Because most people, they don't know how to work, they don't know how to navigate and manage those negative thoughts, and that's why they stuck in that loop on a daily basis. They're just getting pissed about those negative thoughts, they don't know how to deal with them, and you just sit in that loop without knowing what to do about it, right? I'm going to teach you right now exactly how to work on your mindset, right? So here's 3-step blueprint, how to deal, how to navigate, how to work on your mindset, and how to deal with those negative thoughts, all right? Number 1, choose your pain. Repeat after me or write it down in the comments, write it down in the notebook. Choose your pain. Choose pain, right? We have 2 pains in Tony Robbins. I love this quote, one of my favorite quotes. We have 2 pains, right? Pain of discipline and pain of regret. One weighs a little, pain of discipline. Another one weighs a ton. So choose your pain. Here we go. I see the comment, choose your pain. So every day is coming something unexpected your way for all of us, right? And probably you can agree. Every day we have something on a daily basis. Someone cuts you on the street, someone cuts you, on the highway. You drop your coffee in the morning while rushing. There's something always externally happens to you that you cannot control, right? So there's always something unexpected in your business, at work. Someone pisses you off, like you drop your coffee, you're running late. All of that external, it's unexpected. But when you choose pain internally to do something hard every day, that, my friend, we're going to help you to build that resilience. That's how you build that mental resilience, by doing something hard every day. For me, for example, it's a cold plunge, right? For you can be anything. Think about right now, what can be in your, in your work, in your business, in your health. We're talking about health mostly right now. So what in your health you can do something hard that it's good for you, but you're just avoiding, So choose your pain. For me, for example, it's a cold plunge. I'm doing cold plunge almost every day, and do I love it? Do I enjoy it? Heck no. Seriously, it's 50 degrees water. It's freezing cold water. And when I jump in that water, my whole body is just cranking like this. I'm shaking. I'm trying to work on my mindset. So when I do something hard, like, for example, the cold plunge, like, I do something hard, I choose my pain. That teaches my brain, that I'm in control. And that's how I can build my mental resilience. So when you choose your pain and we do something hard intentionally, that, my friends, prepares you for anything in your life coming your way on a daily basis, right? And I'm not even talking when you work out, for example, because for me, for example, working out is like, it's my job, right? I'm coach, I've been doing it for 10 years. So I'm not even counting my workouts as my pain, because I'm enjoying my workouts. So I'm always looking for something else. For me, for example, like I said, cold plunge. I hate cold plunge. It's cold and it's uncomfortable. Or running, for example. I do a lot of races, so I hate running. I love lifting weights. I love doing obstacle courses, but I freaking hate running. So trust me, when I go for a run, when I do cold plunge, I choose my pain. So I do something intentionally hard that helps me to become the better man, that helps me to become the better leader, for my community, for my clients, that helps to become me the better husband, the better fiance for my beautiful fiance Crystal. It helps me to become the better son for my family, for my parents. You see where I'm going with this? So choose your pain. Can be anything. For you, probably maybe it can be workout, right? Workout 20 minutes a day. So choose your pain. You probably hate it. You're like, I hate going to the gym, or I hate going for a walk, I hate running, but still do it. Do it regardless. So choose your pain and do it every day, okay? And like I said, that's how you're gonna build that mental resilience. Most people scare it, they never do anything hard intentionally because, of course, it's challenging, it's uncomfortable, like David Goggins always says, learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So when you choose pain daily, and no one says you have to do something insane, run marathon, but seriously, like 5 minutes or 3 minutes cold shower. For me, it's 5 minutes cold plunge, or run for 20 minutes, or go to the gym, lift weights, for 20 minutes. Something hard, but I promise you're gonna feel so much proud of yourself and so much accomplished later on that you can release the dopamine for the rest of the day. So choose your pain and do it daily, all right? Number two, write things down, catch negative thoughts, okay? So now we know it's impossible do not have. You cannot flip the switch and do not have the negative thoughts, but you can catch it, okay? Here we go. I see, I love it. Yes, sir, exactly. So you can catch your negative thoughts, and it's impossible. Like I said, it's impossible do not have negative thoughts. Unless you live somewhere like, you monk, you live in the mountains, you have no problems whatsoever, then maybe you're just in peace 100%, but you have to catch your negative, not switch, not yet, So thank you for writing things down in the comment, but not switch, but you have to catch. You have to catch your negative thoughts first, okay? We'll get to that to switch later, but right now you have to catch it. Like I said, unless you live in the mountains and everything's perfect, but it's not the case for 95, 99% of people, right? Because we live in society, we deal with stress on a daily basis. We deal with people maybe we don't want to see, or some strangers, like I said, cuts you off, or there's news coming. There's so much negativity externally comes on us that, it's hard to deal with this, but all of this, of course, negative thoughts coming, like war in Ukraine, for example, my family in Ukraine. So when I hear those, negative news is coming my way about Ukraine, about, bombs, and Russia, like bombing Ukraine, and my parents still there, of course it makes, it gives me those negative thoughts. But you have to catch and shift that negative thought, okay? So you have to catch it. Most people don't even catch, don't even realize, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. For example, do you catch yourself, on a daily basis when you're driving, for example, when you wash dishes, or you're cooking, or you're making breakfast, and you catch yourself in the negative thoughts, like sometimes you're like driving, or like, and you're just pissed at something, or just something pops in your head, the negative thoughts, pops from subconscious, pops in your head, and you catch yourself like in that, you're like, damn, it's exactly, I'm thinking about something negative right now. It's always pops completely unexpected. Like I said, you can brush your teeth, you can make breakfast, you can drive your car, and boom, that thought pops up in your head, right? And I see exactly, a lot of people can relate to that. Love it. So yeah, so when you're driving, breaking breakfast, you catch, you're not even catching, you have the negative thoughts, but a lot of people just getting pissed about it and just letting it go. But not you, my friend. While you're watching this right now, almost done here, exactly. When you have to catch that negative thoughts, and you have to switch it, right? You have to switch around, okay? So we all have negative thoughts. We already agreed with that. But most of people, 90+% people, they never catch the negative thoughts. They have them, they get just getting pissed about it, and they just move on with the day, and they just stay cranky, pissed at life, the rest of the day. Like I said, they never choose hard, and these two connected. When you choose hard every day, you start getting better with those negative thoughts. When you do something, I'm talking like the Badger Schoolian, one of my mentors, he always talks about this. And all of this that I'm explaining to you, one of my mentors share with me, and I'm literally sharing this goal guys with you so you can implement it in your life. And I hope this live is going to be staying actually in my YouTube channel, so you can always watch replay, right? How you can fix, being the worst enemy for yourself. So when you do something hard on a daily basis, when you choose your pain, then you can much better deal with your negative thoughts. You not only, can manage them now, but you can catch them, right? So when the negative thoughts comes your way, You building that mental resilience. Remember, when you choose in your heart on a daily basis, you building that mental resilience on a daily basis. Like I say, it can be 10 minutes workout, cold shower, eating healthy, going for a walk, whatever it is, doing something in your business that you hate doing. For example, if you hate sending emails, when you spend 30 minutes to send those emails that you hate doing to your gut, that will help you to build that mental resilience in your body, in your mind, in your business, everywhere. You can implement it in every aspect of your life. All right, so you choose the pain, you build the mental resilience, you catch the negative thoughts. We talked about it's inevitable that they come in your way. When you catch the thought, you shift it, right? So you catch it, you shift it into something positive. Right? So how you switch it? So it's all about, again, in your head. For example, when I do my cold plunge, here's one scenario, right? One scenario, you can do cold plunge. I come to the cold plunge, I'm about to do cold plunge, the water is 50 degrees, freezing cold, and I'm just in my head, oh my God, this is gonna be so bad, it's gonna suck right now so bad, I hate it, I hate cold plunge, I'm gonna do it right now, but I freaking hate it, I hate it, it's gonna be so bad, it's gonna suck for 3 minutes. Of course, it's going to suck. You're just putting that negative thoughts on top of already that you pretty much thinking. You just tenfold it, tenfold it when you think about that. Or you're like, oh, workout, I hate my workouts, I have to do my workout. I freaking hate them, but I'm gonna do it, but they're pissing me off, So imagine you're talking negatively to yourself about something that you're about to do, right? But if I'm thinking about that cold plunge, you know what? I know it's going to be cold, but I know it's beneficial for my body. I know it's going to be good for my body. When I do cold plunge, I'm going to recover faster. It's going to help me to heal up my body faster. I'm going to build up that mental resilience. So when you go to the gym, you're like, okay, I know it's going to suck right now for next 30 minutes, but I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm losing weight. I'm getting better and better every day. So exactly. So being optimistic. Exactly. Whatever you do, even something that is going to suck, but you switching that negative thought into something positive. You're thinking about optimistically about anything you do in your life. That's why I always say to my clients, to everyone, like, best day of my life. Whoever asks me, how's the day? I say best day of my life. And I say it every single day. Or what a day to be alive. Like the simple phrases like this, when you say in your head, when you've been optimistic, best day of my life. And I say it every day, what a day to be alive, because you have to be grateful. Some people don't wake up, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people don't wake up every morning. Imagine people dying just in their sleep, So I'm grateful that I woke up, I'm grateful I can move my body. I'm grateful that I can do this cold plunge. I'm grateful that I can lift weights. So you've been optimistic about, even something that is going to suck. So you basically mentally, switching that, flipping the switch in your head, and you've been optimistic about like something like negative in your head that you're like, yeah, I hate it. So like I said, when I do my cold plunge, I'm thinking like, you know what? It's going to suck right now. It's going to be cold, but I'm freaking excited for this because I know it's going to benefit my body. I'm going to be stronger after this. It's going to help me to heal my body. Same for you. You're like gym workout. I hate it, but I know I'm going to become a better person after that workout. I know I'm going to feel 10 times better after that workout. Okay. So that's how you flip the switch in your head. Damn, your podcast is awesome. You are really strong. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're almost done. Here we go. We have a couple last things. We got a couple minutes, 3 minutes left here. So, best day of my life, right? So, being optimistic about anything in your life, okay? So, that's how you become better in everything. Whatever, like I said, choose your pain, right? So, number one, choose your pain. Number two, catch your negative thoughts. Like we have those negative thoughts always coming your way, but you have to catch it and you have to shift it. So, catch and shift, right? But like I said, think about something that you hate doing, but do it like you love it. Discipline, I love that Mike Tyson said it actually. Discipline, it's when you do something you hate, but doing it like you love it. All right, doing something that you hate, but doing it like you love it. It's a discipline. And discipline, my friend, will get you really, really far. I freaking love this quote. Exactly. Discipline, it's when you do something that you hate it, but doing it like you love it. So it's exactly for me with the cold plunge or running. I hate it, but I'm doing it like I'm loving it because I know it's going to benefit my body. Okay. So think this way, best day of my life, whatever's happening, whatever, like I'm building mental resilience, some crap coming my way every day, because it's inevitable. Something bad is happening. I know that it literally just every day something will happen. Someone will cut you on the road, something, you'll be late somewhere, someone in your business, at work will piss you off, your kids is gonna make a mess. No matter what, there's always something will happen on a daily basis that will piss you off. But when you choose your heart, you build the mental resilience, number one. Number two, when you do something hard daily and you catch that negative thought, you can shift it into something positive. That's why I call it, right? It's the best day of my life. No matter what's coming your way, you're always just shifting it. It's something optimistic. And you're just making it best day of your life regardless, right? And number three, guys, last one. Third step is stay focused on your vision, right? And do it daily, all right? So number three, write it down. Write it down right now. If you're not driving, write it down. Stay focused on a vision. So whatever you have goal, whatever New Year resolution you made for yourself, maybe it's for you to become healthier, to lose, remember, I have to be specific. Maybe for you, it's, to lose 20 pounds of body fat. Or maybe it's for you to goal to start making more money, maybe to double your income by the end of the year. No matter it is, it's health, wealth, or your relationship, I'm pretty sure you should have your goals. And you have to stay daily on the track, on the vision. Because most people stay focused on your business, exactly. Or stay focused, I call it stay focused on your vision, right? Vision for your life, whether it's a health, wealth, relationship, anything in your life, you have to stay focused and remind yourself on a daily basis. I have a vision board. I did another masterclass before, podcast, when I talked about creating vision board. When you have something vision board that you see daily, that reminds you no matter how hard day it is, you have that vision board in front of you that reminds you why you're doing this, why you're doing all of this, why you're getting in better shape, why you're working so hard on your business, because you're doing it usually this much higher, should be something higher. You're not doing it for yourself. When you do it for yourself, you're most likely going to give up. But when you do it on a higher level, you're doing it for someone else. When you're serving someone else, whether it's your family, your kids, your loved ones, then that will motivate you. That will help to keep that fire in your lungs, okay? For example, you want to be healthier. Why you want to be healthier? Not just for yourself, right? Because it's kind of like just selfish, You want to be healthy for your loved ones. You want to be healthy for your kids, Even if you don't have kids, when you have kids in the future, you can be healthy for them and you can play with them in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all right? Your grandkids. So stay focused on a vision. So, damn bro, you're making me feel so energetic. Here we go. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad exactly we have just a few people here. I'm glad that you guys are getting value from this, because that means the world to me. If just one person out of whatever, 10, 20, 50 people watching this live, even one person is going to implement all of these three steps, and that was helpful for you, and not just you hyped in the moment, but you're going to implement these steps, then my friends, that's it. That's pretty much my mission accomplished. If one person will get benefit from this and it's going to change their life, in a better way, I'll be happy. Where else you streaming? I have my Instagram. I share my daily life. It's the first link. You can subscribe here. First link in my bio. You can follow on Instagram, Vladi_lifestyle. And I do a lot of lives on YouTube too. Yeah, so mostly on YouTube. I do live streams on YouTube here. So subscribe here, guys. And also my Instagram, I share a lot of stuff that I'm going to share here on my Instagram. So follow me, Vladi, go here, my first link in the bio, Vladi_lifestyle, all right? So guys, one more time, I'm going to reflect really quick. It's last minute, and I promise I got to run too, and I know you have to go with your day too, right? So I'm going to reflect really quick right now on the 3-step blueprint, right? So remember, we have negative thoughts coming your way regardless, right? But if you're not dealing with them, that's why you are your worst enemy in every aspect in your life, right? So we all have negative thoughts. It's impossible unless you live in the mountains somewhere, don't have any news, you don't deal with people on a daily basis, then you don't have those negative thoughts. So number one, choose your pain, right? You have to choose your pain, that you are intentionally every day, that you build yourself from internally on a daily basis to become a better person. Because always there's something coming your way externally on a daily basis that is going to mess up your day, right? It's going to mess up your mood. Something always happens. Like I said, someone cuts you, you late, kids, make a mess, something else happens, someone at work pisses you off. But when you choose your pain and you do it every day, for me it's a cold plunge or running, for you it can be workout or drinking water, eating healthy, like anything. Just choose your daily pain, and it should be like just 15-20 minutes, but choose your daily pain that will build that mental resilience. Okay. Number 2, catch your negative thoughts. Number 2, catch your negative thoughts, because most people, they have those negative thoughts but they never deal with them. So catch a negative thought and switch it, right? So switch it, flip the switch in the positive way. So become optimistic about it, right? So when you catch your negative thoughts, we have them every day regardless, right? We already agreed on that. So those negative thoughts come every day, no matter what, because it's our subconscious, pushing all the trauma, all the baggage, that we have from childhood. Something happened to us, all of that self-doubt, the negative thoughts come in your way regardless, but you have to catch it. So catch the negative thoughts when you're driving, especially if you're doing something unexpected. You catch it and you switch it, right? So I'll have best day of my life. Or for example, if you choose your pain when you do something hard, you bring yourself intentionally, like, I know it sucks right now, but it's gonna benefit me on the long run, okay? So choose your pain, focus on, choose your pain, catch your negative thoughts, switch them into positive, and stay focused on your vision, right? You have to daily remind yourself, not only like most people, they make, their new year resolution in January, and they never look back for the rest of the year, and in December, they're like, oh, I guess I achieved 1 out of 10, okay, and they piss, and they upset, and they just move on, here's the next New Year resolution, it's coming next year, and again, they never accomplish anything, and that's why they stay stagnant. But not you, my friend, exactly. You reflect on your goals, you reflect on your vision on a daily basis. I don't care how you stay optimistic, exactly, but also keep your eyes on the vision and stay focused on a daily basis. Because most people, they just write things down, they think about it in their head, they never even write it down. That's why I said, guys, write things down in January, January 1st, and that's it. And then never look at that back, for the whole year. And they just stay busy, in their life. But when you reflect on your goals on a daily basis, I'm not even talking like once a month, once a week. No, on a daily basis, even whether it's in the morning or at night, you reflect. That's why, you want to put it on the dashboard, somewhere, vision board, whatever your goals, your dream physique, your dream house, your dream car, your dream family. You put all of that in front of your eyes that you can see or reflect on a daily basis. You put the damn sticker, about your, like, I want to lose 20 pounds. You put the sticker on your laptop that you can see it every day, that I put it already in present way, I'm already, if you're 200 pounds right now and your goal to lose 20 pounds, put it, I am healthy, 180 pounds, I'm 180 pounds, I'm healthy and happy. So just put it in the present way and just reflect and remind yourself about this on a daily basis, And when your internal catches external, that vision, they gets aligned, and I promise you'll get there. It just becomes inevitable that you get there, okay? So stay focused on your vision. So choose pain, catch your negative thoughts, and switch them into optimistic way, but also stay focused on your vision. Doesn't matter how, let's say, put a sticker, put the wallpaper on your screen, phone screen, put the sticker, simple as that, with your goals on your laptop, and just look at that daily, in your car. Put the sticker in your car, literally just, I want to make, $5,000 a month. Making $5,000 a month already, and you put the sticker in your car and you see it daily. So you remind yourself about that every single day, okay? So that's how, my friends, you win and you kill that worst enemy, which is you. All right, friends, that's it for today. Looks like it was helpful for you. I see a lot of great comments. Again, guys, I appreciate you. Like I said, it was helpful. Subscribe here if anyone from my VIP community is watching right now, because I have my VIP community. I have my Modern Hero VIP community, guys. I hope that was helpful for you too, because I dropped the link in my community. Guys, please reflect on this. Thank you so much. You're welcome. My absolute pleasure. And I hope that was helpful for you. Let me take a screenshot. All right. I hope, guys, you're going to have the best day of your entire life. Like I always say it, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Subscribe here if you're not subscribed, and you'll see me doing these lives on a weekly basis. I post daily. So guys, I'll catch you in the next one. You helped me so much. Here we go. I'm glad that, like I said, I helped someone. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you next one. Peace. Much love.